Yeah, this is just a little tip for, well, it covers a lot of things. One, mainly filtration, and basically without enough oxygen in the water, then there's going to be limited amount of bacteria. So the nitrogen cycle in your tank is going to be greatly affected. You do see a lot of tanks where I've seen it on, and some of the bigger fish channels, I've seen it on where the top of the tank literally is like dead, and there's like, you can almost see like a film of fine bubbles on it that looks like, I don't know, water with very little oxygen in it. I mean, look, you can see this is just an odds and sods tank. This is a grow out, and it's got spares I've got in there for breeding projects chucked in, and I've also got digger fish in there for when I need them, namely silver dollars, 8 of them. But you'll see I've got an internal filter, a 1,000 litre an hour one. I've adapted it so it's got K1 spilling inside it. It's got a sponge for mechanical, then it's got sections of K1 spinning in it, and then next to that I've got a Jabeo SOW8. I don't know if you can see it there, but there's the back of it there, you see the wave maker, and I've literally got that pointed up just for surface agitation, because a lot of fish don't actually like, a lot of fish that come from lakes aren't used to big high flows, do you know what I mean? A lot of the riverine species would appreciate it, things like Siboldi and things like that, but a lot of stuff that comes from like some of the crater lakes and things like that won't appreciate it. But yeah, without maximum amounts of oxygen in the water, it doesn't really matter what your filter you've got or the biomedia, because it's only going to be as good as the bacteria that's alive on it. So the only exceptions there from that is things like this, which is, I don't know if you'll see them, there's only a few in there. Oh yeah, they're up the top there. Excuse the smears on the glass, it's not normally a tank that I film. But they're just picking up bits of flake off the sponge filter there. But they're tetracanthus. But again, with this tank, another fish that doesn't seem to appreciate a huge amount of flow is the tetracanthus, or the Cuban cichlid. That's my big male there. Best part of 10 inches now, and as usual this female spawns a bit confused. I think that's actually gravel in the dish, but then you'll see there's eggs on the side of it, a few eggs that she's fanning those, but the majority of them are all up the sponge filter, and then the rest are on the bogwood. But yeah, she's fanning the ones that are on the dish, so yeah, quite why I don't know. But again, you'll see I've got what is this one? They're all the same make. They all talk to each other. We have one as a master, and the rest of them are slaves. But yeah, you'll see there, I've got that, and it's literally just for surface agitation. As you'll see, that's the top of the tank. And then moving over to here, they're going to be very shy at the moment where I've just moved them. That's the RTMs, but I think I'm due for a spawn anytime soon with these, because what it was, they was in 50-50 RO, which wasn't ideal for them necessarily, because they do prefer harder water. But I was getting the tank ready for the Beanie, and this was the Beanie tank, so the water is identical. So what I've done is, where the temperature's gone up today, I've given them 50 litre water change with tap water, so it's going to have a higher pH. and be slightly harder. But I just don't want to do it too quick. These actually do better in tap water than they do in RO. Well, not necessarily. I mean, you could have them in just RO, but you'd have to use minerals to buffer it. And then when you start chasing pH, it becomes a nightmare. That's why I just stick with 50-50 RO and tap water, and I get a constant rough sort of pH off of it, which I then drop another couple of points by having large bits of bogwood in tanks. But with these, I'm trying to get them back onto tap water, and they'll spolish straight away then. But yeah, these really are getting better with age. When I got him, he was a bit of a, well, he's not a funny shape, but it's that shape they have when they're young, where they're not quite that handsome, but yeah, he's getting there now. I mean, the colouring on her is superb. You want to see her when she's in breeding dress. These two are going to be spawning anytime soon, guaranteed. But again, you'll see over there, Jabale or Jcod. It's the same company, they just changed the name of it. SOW4. And as you'll see, surface of the water. Not to mention I've got 2 canister filters on there, and UV, which is OCT. I'm going to take the UV off of this tank. It was only for the Beani, because they're so prone to intestinal parasites, but I've got a UV EIM one running on the Beani tank at the minute, so I might use this for, I'm trying my hardest. Well, I don't want to spoil it, because I've got certain wankers in the hobby doing their best to try and blackball me from getting certain fish. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know what it is. Obviously, I'll get them and I'll breed them, the same thing they can do, but people don't like it. It makes them feel special when they think they're the only people that can do something, but you know what I mean? Each to their own. I'm not sitting there fucking wanking into 80 litre tubs and fucking trying to blackball other people.